Hey, what's going on, everybody? Diddy here, and this is a post-E3 episode of Understanding Halo 4. Now, I know a lot of people have posted analysis videos from the different trailers from Waypoint from E3, and you may already know some of this information, but in case you haven't, hopefully I can shed some light on the details you may have missed. As always, my sources are listed down in the description below. In this episode, we're talking Spartan Ops, the new cooperative game mode replacing Firefight in Halo 4. Now, in terms of my sources, you won't see much variation between them because they all say pretty much the same thing, but you can go ahead and check them all out if you want. So, Spartan Ops is an episodic series starting off with a new cinematic relating to the missions released in increments of 5 chapters each week after the game's launch, and they're designed to give players more content without putting a fee on it like standard downloadable content. Now, for those of you who want to compare Spartan Ops to Call of Duty Spec Ops, okay, fine, let's go there. Call of Duty's Spec Ops is a cooperative game mode consisting of both objective and survival-based missions. This alternative game mode is shipped with the game, and you get access to roughly 30 or so missions after playing through less difficult missions to unlock the harder ones. Spartan Ops is Halo's alternative cooperative game mode, which you can play straight out of the box, but unlike Call of Duty, you initially only have access to one episode consisting of 5 chapters or missions straight out of the box. Also, unlike Call of Duty, more Spartan Ops missions are released each week with 5 new missions after Halo 4's launch, much like your Halo Reach challenges are updated daily and weekly. From E3, we've heard players' first-hand accounts saying that each chapter in Spartan Ops takes roughly 15 to 25 minutes to complete, depending on the difficulty you play on, and that's almost up to 2 hours of additional Halo content each week, and the storylines aren't just going to be go here, kill that, blow that up, and get out. They'll be a little bit more in-depth than that. There might be some missions like that, but a lot of them are going to be very, very story-driven, relating to that opening cinematic each week. So it's basically, you're playing a TV show about Halo. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So that's my comparison to Call of Duty Spec Ops, and in my opinion, even though they're similar, Spartan Ops has the potential to blow Spec Ops out of the water and pave the way for how game developers everywhere incorporate additional content for gamers. Plus, if you do the math, after 7 weeks of Spartan Ops, you already have more missions than COD Spec Ops and way more hours of game time to play through than Spec Ops and COD's campaign combined. So, that's just my take on it. The biggest question I've seen from people is, will Spartan Ops be free? And I've already answered this, but I'll be a little bit more clear this time. Spartan Ops is available to players regardless of which copy you purchase, regular or limited, for free straight out of the box. Frank O'Connor says in an interview with The Guardian that the first season is absolutely free if you buy either the special or regular editions. That's a really significant amount of content. It's being compared to an entire campaign on top of the one that ships with the game. So that's pretty awesome. You're basically getting 2 campaigns plus Halo's online multiplayer straight out of the box, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, one thing that gets me, though, is when he says that the first season is absolutely free, we don't know how long the first season is going to be. It could be 1 month, it could be half a year, or it could go all the way up until the launch of Halo 5, but I think that's highly unlikely. I also think it's unlikely that 343 would push out this much content without eventually putting a fee on it, since they've announced that they're going to be releasing 3 map packs later on as DLC later on in the year to, help revitalize the multiplayer as, most online multiplayer shooters go. I'm going to predict that future seasons of Spartan Ops will be tied into these map packs. So, say you'll get, the 3 to 6 maps, plus access to the next season of Spartan Ops for about $15 to $20. I would be totally okay with that. If I get 30 plus hours of Spartan Ops gameplay, or access to the second season, which it would, probably consist of, 30 plus hours of Spartan Ops gameplay, plus 3 to 6 online multiplayer maps, I'd be totally okay with that. I would not mind spending that $15 to $20 to get so much more additional Halo content. But I do think that the first season, having them release it as free to anybody who plays the game, I think that's just completely mind-blowing, and game developers everywhere should take notes from 343 in this instance. So, but anyways, I get off topic. Nothing beyond the first season has been confirmed, so We don't know how long it's going to be, and we don't know if they're going to eventually charge for Spartan Ops. So that's that. Also, Frankie himself says that the first season, talking about storyline this time, the first season is very rigid at this point, and we know where the story goes. If it's successful, if people enjoy it, we have a narrative arc that can last for years, with a known beginning, a middle, and an end. A story arc that could last for years? That's incredible. This type of continued content is what gamers of all genres have been begging for years. However, this brings up an interesting point, and I'll credit Mr. Random, whose channel I will link down in the description below. You should definitely check him out. I'll credit Mr. Random for this thought. He said it in one of his commentaries. Since Spartan Ops is supposed to be released every week with 5 chapters per episode, is there going to be a point at which 343 feels rushed to give us the content? I'm sure most of us would agree that when it comes to additional gaming content, we prefer quality over quantity. And even though Frankie says it's all planned out, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's been created and polished. So credit to Mr. Random for bringing up that topic in his commentary. Definitely check him out. He's awesome. Alright, so now that all that's out of the way, let's get to some of the minor details. Even though Spartan Ops is a cooperative game mode, that doesn't mean you have to play with anybody to complete them. You can do it solo if you wish, but I think you'll probably have a little bit more fun if you're playing with some friends or other people through the matchmaking system. It will also make the missions a little easier, but if you're up for the challenge, I say, dude, go for it. Go for it solo. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they added some achievements for completing Spartan Ops on solo. So, there's no word yet if you'll be able to play this mode locally, though, meaning without being connected to Xbox Live. But since the episodes are updated through Xbox Live Gold membership, and I'm assuming you download them to your console, you know, maybe you'll be able to play them offline after you've downloaded them after being connected to the internet. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work. And that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully I cleared up some things that you were skeptical about, and maybe just, I confused you even more. But as always, if you're unsure of anything, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to do my best to answer it. And if you're new around here and you liked this video, and go ahead and click that subscribe and like button, or, either one. You can dislike the video if you want. I don't care. Do whatever you want. You have your own opinion. But I'll be making more of these videos and updating some of my current episodes in the coming weeks. I'm definitely going to be updating all of the episodes that I've done so far because we learned a lot more from E3. So you should expect an Understanding Halo 4 video roughly every 3 days. I'm going to try and stick to either a Monday, Thursday schedule or Tuesday, Friday schedule, just to try and kind of stretch out my content because I am very busy with work. So I do apologize about that. And as always, Sunday Doubles is going on. But the last episode of Season 2 is going to be released this Sunday. So Season 3 will probably be out 2 to 3 weeks after that episode launches. So as always, if you want to hear about anything in particular, go ahead and let me know in the comments below or send me a personal message. And until then, this has been Diddy. Keep it real, guys.